Welcome back to Tips, Tricks, and Techniques, how to get the most out of your trail camera. I appreciate you taking the time to check out these videos. We are in week 4 of a 5-video series, and we have discussed topics like picking the right trail camera, getting it on the correct setting. We've discussed theft prevention on week 2. Week 3, we were talking about how to get creative and mounting your trail camera in different locations and angles to get more creative looks on your videos and pictures. This week we're going to be bridging off of last week's topic, and we're going to talk about alternative uses for trail cameras. But before we get into that, I wanted to thank our sponsor again for this series, and that is Foxelli. Foxelli Outdoor Gear at Foxelli.com. Go check them out. They're running a special discount code at 30% off their trail cameras at Foxelli.com. Simply enter HuntingFarmer in the discount code and you will receive 30% off of your trail camera purchases at Foxelli.com. This is a limited time offer and it's limited to 1 use per person, but take advantage of this great offer while it lasts. And again, thank you to Foxelli Outdoor Gear. Well, as I just mentioned, we are going to be piggybacking off of last week's episode, and that was getting creative. This week is also going to be maybe thinking outside the box a little bit and using your creativity, but it's going to be focusing more on alternative uses for trail cameras. But before we get into that, I wanted to dive into some of the last week's comments. I thought some very insightful comments on how others are getting creative with their trail camera. Shit happens, and you do have to say that rather slowly, or you get yourself in trouble there. He said some great ideas on last week's creativity. In the past, he'd used trail cameras to sit up around a chicken coop and to see what comes and wanders by, and that would be in predator control and protecting some of your livestock. That's a great idea there from him. Also, Huck Finn commented. He had got some great ideas from another fellow YouTuber. It discussed hanging a trail camera over a gut pile. After you harvested an animal, you get some great predator videos or pictures from that. I have personally done that in the past. That's a lot of fun. That's a great idea. And he went on to discuss how he made the mount, maybe out of a tent stake, to put the camera down at ground level right next to the gut pile. Great idea there, Huck Finn. Todd R. also commented last week, and he said calling them trail cameras is misleading, as most don't realize how much they can be used for basic wildlife viewing. Again, that's so true. Trail cameras have many uses, and that's going to lead right into today's topic, and we are going to be discussing alternative uses for trail cameras. One great way I love using trail cameras is for time lapse. Almost all trail cameras nowadays have a time-lapse mode. I personally really like time-lapse videos, so I used these Foxelli trail cameras and took various different time lapses and put them together in a little compilation video. Hope you enjoy. as you can see in the time-lapse mode, it's a lot of fun and I really enjoy those videos. I often use just a wee little octopus type tripod, and that gives flexibility for mounting on a limb, on the ground, just about anywhere you want. But as you can see, there was a little bit of motion on some of those videos, and time-lapse with motion I think just adds an extra element and makes it more creative and fun to watch, frankly. I just simply took a dollar store kitchen timer, did a little DIY hack on this, simply epoxied or JB welded 1/4 nut on the bottom to mount it to a tripod, and on the top I put a stud, a 1/4 inch bolt that mounts into the bottom of your trail camera. Very simple, easy, and it gives that extra motion, gives a slow spinning, and you can put that on an angle and whatever else. That's just a very inexpensive and cheap way to bring motion to your time lapse. Another alternative use for trail cameras that some people may not realize or take advantage of is almost all trail cameras can be used as handheld units. You can simply press a button and take a picture or video. In my case, I film a lot of my own hunts, and whether going in the morning in the dark or coming out in the evening, I often considered having an IR camera. That is to be able to night vision, but those cameras, none of my camcorders are compatible with that and have that feature. Using a trail camera I already have in a handheld instance, maybe an interview type, getting video or shots while you're in a tree stand and it's still dark, you're not having to use flashlights or sending out a bright beam. You can simply use the built-in IR illuminators, little bulbs, and the lenses are already IR compatible for at night. It's a great way. You don't have the eye strain of shining a bright camera light in your eyes while it's still dark doing an interview. And like I said, it can be discreetly used in a tree stand or other type of setting, whether you're not even hunting, just using cameras at night in general. You can get some great night footage using the built-in IR with your trail camera. Like I said, it's a lot cheaper than buying a separate camera. Simply for that, if you already have a trail camera, it's a great idea to use that. Again, this little octopus tripod is great for handheld type, or you can wrap it around limbs, other objects, vehicles, you name it, and you can get some great night footage handheld with a trail camera. Well, the last thing I wanted to touch on today's video is the alternative uses. And as others have mentioned, and I shared in the comments, that people have used them to monitor predators, maybe around their livestock, getting scavengers coming into a gut pile. Something I've personally used these Foxelli trail cameras for is to monitor my traps. Now, I'm not a trapper per se, but I'm talking indoors. Every winter, we have field mice moving into our house, and it's a constant battle. Set out traps, and I actually used Foxelli trail cameras to monitor my traps. I was getting bait stolen, they were stealing my peanut butter, cheese, you name it. I used my Foxelli trail camera, hung it over that trap to see what was going on. It didn't take me long to figure out what was happening. Using the trail camera, you have somebody surveillancing your traps 24/7, and that can be helpful in getting them set up in the right location and set up correctly, that the traps can be most effective. So again, I just want to thank you for tuning into this series. Don't forget to check out next week's video. It's going to be the last video in this series. We're hoping to bring a bunch of these points together and we're going to bring closure to this series. Check out Foxelli Outdoor Gear at foxelli.com. Don't forget the HuntingFarmer discount code. That's going to give you 30% off of their purchases at foxelli.com. And as far as I know, this is one of the best deals they have ever offered on Foxelli trail cameras. So take advantage of this offer while it lasts. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.